I don't know. The funniest thing...
And also the opponent of Magnus arrived.
The funniest thing that I've seen with this first move was Karyakin making B4 in the World Championship match. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we've got new pairings. Not really. No, I don't know. I'm not very good. Not very good at technical side of events.
But they have started, and it seems that it's a Spanish opening or Italian.
Right, so we have no other choice for the moment but to look from the camera, and in the meantime...
No, it's E4, E5, Queen H5. Wow, it shows Magnus state after this loss, yeah?
Okay, so that's...
Wow.
You know, I would call it a disrespect, but it's more of a, you know, a reflection of feelings he has.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm in fact worried for Magnus because...
Yeah, because I remember him doing this. Okay, he does this a lot in Internet Blitz, and this is understandable. You can experiment in Internet Blitz whatever you like, but I remember him doing this at Olympiad. Remember, there was one Olympiad, like 3, 4...
In Tromsø, when he lost to Saric at the end also by over-experimenting.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if it was Tromsø or maybe the previous one, he wasn't that strong just yet. Yeah, I think it was Tromsø. He lost 3 games at that Olympiad, and he was doing like really crazy things in the openings. So now, Queen H5, Knight C6, Queen... Okay, at least he did not go to... At least he did not go to... I mean, didn't play like Queen B3 or something. Well, actually, his opponent went Queen E7, which is not the most...
Exactly.
Not the strongest move.
Showing also a little bit too much respect, yeah? I mean, Queen E7 is double prophylaxe. Yeah, Knight F6, D3.
It's actually not that terrible, strangely enough. I mean, it doesn't mean that White's position is immediately terrible. So he'll play Knight to C3, he will develop the bishop, apparently will castle long. H6, apparently preventing bishop G5.
Yeah, so there we have it.
So it's got updated. Cool. So we can open the board finally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Okay.
But this is a very special moment because, I mean, why on earth would you with black play Queen E7 here when you have the option of playing Knight F6? There is again only one explanation. Your opponent is Magnus.
Yeah, exactly.
You just want
you just play a natural move, Knight F6, yeah?
Yeah, but he was kind of afraid that something might happen. Which
it's not even clear what can happen.
He doesn't know he doesn't see it. He just fears it, and he played Queen E7.
Yeah, so once again, for a young gentleman, Magnus's opponent, I mean, I can imagine what a pressure that is. You're climbing on a stage to play against the world champion, then he goes Queen H5. I mean, what's that? It was second Queen H5, not even like Bishop C4, Knight C6, Queen H5, but E4, E5, Queen H5. Just...
Yes.
All right, I mean, there are more normal, so to speak, games on the boards 2, 3, and so on, right?
But actually, I think there was a very funny moment when Kasparov played the game with Boris Becker. I mean, an exhibition game, and Becker was told, I think, to play E4, E5, Queen H5, which basically symbolized that with E4, E5 it became a tennis game, and with Queen H5 you make an ace.
So you're just servicing Queen H5
and then the game was agreed
in
to
the line,
draw.
and yeah, he cannot return this ball. Yeah, E4, E5, Queen H5, exactly. Right. Well, I think more moves followed already, right? H6, Knight D5, Knight D5, pawn takes, and now look, that's a dangerous moment. Now he's going to get better position, win, and he will destroy. You know, for all the kids will start playing like
Queen
this.
H5,
yeah, kids will start playing Queen H5. That's very dangerous.
Then we have to explain that don't do this. Please don't try this at home unless you are the world champion already. Yeah?
Yeah, so before you become the world champion, please do not play this. No, but really, I mean, all of a sudden he gets a very, very well, I mean, he's just much better. Knight a5, d6. I mean, let's not forget, it's still Magnus, and he is still serious. It's just that he went for a peculiar opening. Knight a5 was played, and then d6. Knight a5, black was hoping to get the bishop, I assume, right?
Yes.
And d6 looks to be a nice pawn sacrifice. So black has to take with the pawn. Then I'm not sure what he's doing. He can go knight c3.
He already took it, and bishop d5
bishop
happened.
d5, so he saves the bishop. Knight a5, d6, pawn takes, bishop d5. So black will have quite a serious problem developing the guy from c8.
Yeah, but I'm still kind of not understanding black's play. There was absolutely no reason to lose tempo for queen e7, and then he also lost another tempo on h6. Basically, he had given up 2 tempos.
And then as well, queen e7. Okay, you lose.
Stepped into all
you
this.
lose tempi, but as well you go on the knight d5. So knight d5 per se is not such a threat unless you have a queen on e7. So you wouldn't be forced to take. And imagine black has in this position, even in this position, instead of queen on e7, black has short castle.
Yeah, and then
I mean,
knight
it's absolutely
c6,
different
knight e7,
story.
you
Yeah,
have,
it's absolutely different story. So
and
he did
also
play
the
knight
pawn
c6.
the pawn on h7 would be much better than on h6.
Absolutely.
By the way, yeah.
So black played quite a few suspicious moves, but
He
perhaps
went
the
back
position
knight
is still
c6.
unclear. I mean, he is
Yeah.
a pawn up, and black's position is quite solid, right? By the way, about developing the bishop from c8, can he just castle and then play b6?
Yeah, he can, but I will simply not react, and I might also hit you with b4 at some point.
Yeah,
okay,
b6.
there is still e4, but at the right moment. But somehow with bishop d2, he wanted to stop knight b4, so it doesn't mean that he
Yeah.
wants to go long castle.
Yeah, it's not clear if he's
Yeah.
planning for a long castle or not. Yeah.
Queen f6.
Queen f6, Magnus went queen c. No, I'm not sure. I mean, he's not planning to exchange the queens, that's I'm sure.
Yeah, queen e4 had been played.
Queen e4, he's perhaps waiting for a... Yeah, knight e7 kind of makes sense.
I
No,
think he
castle
castled,
first.
yeah.
Castle first, but then at some point... Well, actually, the more I look, we were criticizing black, but I think his position is still perfectly fine.
No, probably perfectly fine. It's just that all this was completely unnecessary. I mean, he could have been perfectly fine without
and
any
better,
adventures. Yeah.
Perfectly fine and better
Yeah,
than
but
that.
the danger of looking at this position, that now looking at the other position, I'm feeling so happy with.
Hate your opponent and move 4 game. Is that the current
Wow, hang
position?
on, now it's.
Is that the current position?
Isn't he blundered the piece or not?
What's
I mean,
going
bishop
on?
f8.
What's
And-
going on?
And he holds his head. I mean, rook fc8, bishop
Will
c3,
will
bishop
he start
f8.
0 out of 2?
Wow.
Maybe there was there. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't forced to go bishop c3. Wait, queen e5.
I just
what did he?
and d6. I mean, bishop takes e5.
This
and
is what
d6.
he blundered. This is what he blundered, and it's.
I mean, it's curtains, no? I mean,
Yeah,
there,
there
are even
is
no
no
practical chances.
Yeah, I just I thought, okay, maybe to give this piece somehow for like 2 pawns, this, that. No, it's just lost, just purely lost. And I'm wondering if he'll find a way to continue this game.
No, well, now you have to bishop
Mm.
f8. It's
Well, that's too much. That's definitely
no, but this
too
is
much.
clearly the danger that you are always running in this event. That one winning game you lose, and it might affect your next couple of games. I mean, already this second move, queen h5, showed us that Magnus is in a disgusted mood after the previous game, and things might have gone his way, but I mean, this feeling was there that he couldn't really think with a calm head.
Yeah, I mean, okay, bishop c3 is a blunder, and instead he probably had some move. Okay, maybe the position is not great already. Right?
Yeah, I mean, he went after this pawn, yeah.
Queen b4 takes king h7. Yeah, I mean, if the position was not great, he could go knight a6, but he would never do this, right? I mean, before, yeah,
no,
whatever.
I mean, it felt a little bit like he just plays the game by hand. Yeah, I mean, all his moves strategically make sense, but he lost the focus for concrete action. And
Bishop c3, bishop f8, of
I mean,
course.
without bishop f8, we would be probably saying that Magnus played a perfect masterpiece strategically. Yeah, I mean, from this, everything is covered, everything is good, and then
yeah, he's threatening to take on e5. Yeah, and suddenly bishop f8, and he's about to lose a piece. And
not just the game.
Most likely the second game in a row.
He played knight b5. Yeah, he gives up the queen instead of the piece. Yeah,
yeah, I thought of it. So it will be what? Queen for the rook, and kind of a good factor is that it will be opposite color the bishops. I mean, kind of, but still, let's be serious.
No, I mean,
it's absolutely lost.
Yeah, I'm
it's
actually
absolutely lost.
I thought that he would keep the knight on d6. He would not.
Like bishop d6, knight d6.
Yeah, but c2 is hanging.
Queen e6. It's like everything's hanging. Come on.
Yeah, no, this is just hopelessly lost.
Knight takes what? Knight takes c8, rook takes c8, rook takes e5, I guess. I mean, there is nothing to comment. I mean, of course, I'm curious to see how this game is going to finish, but there is nothing to explain. He's just lost.
Yeah, so queen e6,
queen e6, knight c8, rook c8, rook e5 has already happened.
Yeah, because now black plays queen d6, and if I want, I will just play bishop d5, bishop e6, cemento.
Just to make it completely safe, yeah?
I mean, just... Or is there some rook e8? But no, rook e8 is nothing. Then I take and f6.
Yeah, no, come on. It's we are discussing the position queen versus rook, yeah, so that shouldn't be all that dangerous.
Yeah, no, okay, then this does have a shocking effect, but probably we have to move because this is not just a suffering
perhaps
for Magnus.
just over.